I'm Taylor, and this is my YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel to share my personal experience, strength, and hope. I was so depressed for so many years, reliving my past every second of every day, and I was sober. I've been on my healing journey for 3 years, and this video is going to provide information that people go their entire life without knowing. I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. We didn't talk about emotions. I didn't know what gratitude was. I didn't know what acceptance was. I didn't know what all these things were that are taught in recovery and 12-step programs and any program in general that has to do about healing. And when the brain isn't familiar with these vocabulary words, it automatically wants to reject it. So I had to actually stick and stay long enough in 12-step programs for my brain to get familiar with the vocabulary, familiar with the context, with the concepts, with the steps, everything. I had to force myself. See, people don't understand that change is as simple as introducing the brain to information repetitively over and over and over again to trick it into a new way of thinking, a new way of acting, and a new way of living. It's that simple. A lot of my videos speak about 12-step programs, and that is because that is where I started. That is all I had available to me at the time I started recovery. In these past few months, somehow I've learned about other recovery programs that are secular that I didn't even know existed. And so there are resources out there for people who are struggling with mental illness, with emotions, with addiction, whatever a person is struggling with. There's a 12-step program for that. And if a person has a problem with the God concept, well, there is a secular program that leaves out the God concept. I've heard so many people, and I used to do the same thing. I would run from 12-step programs because they would speak about God. And I would hear the God word, and I would get so angry, right? And I realized through self-reflection and healing that it wasn't God that I didn't understand and that I was angry at. It was the people who taught me about God. And I didn't know that they had secular meetings. So I was willing to do whatever it took to make my program work. It's not about the program, it's about the person working the program.